Ellison's Warner Brothers bid advances. Zaslav out? I don't know. Could be. Let's take a look. So once again, here we are at Cosmic Book News. See, that's the headline. I told you. So, Deadline now says Paramount Skydance's David Ellison's bid to acquire Warner Brothers Discovery is shaping up behind the scenes, while current CEO David Zaslav may be left out entirely. According to the latest update, Ellison is preparing to make his move on Warner Brothers with the recent contract renewals of WB Motion Picture Group heads Michael DeLuca and Pam Abdy. The studio's leadership is being locked into place. In short, Ellison is finalizing the team he wants, and it doesn't look like it includes Zaslav or Log. It's that. It'll do. Sources tell Deadline that Ellison and his father, Oracle co-founder Larry Ellison, aren't interested in keeping Zaslav on board. Well, I mean, he's currently in charge of it. So once there's a merger, that usually kind of happens, isn't it? So maybe that's kind of, it was always in the cards, you know. But anyway, there's reportedly no significant role for Zaslav in the post-sale version of the studio, though he could be offered a soft landing in the form of a board seat or a vague strategic advisor title. Insiders for the site say it's unlikely Zaslav would want to stick around anyway. Exactly. The Ellisons want a clean slate with no baggage. And that includes the $30 billion in debt. WBD. Scary. Well, turns out this lines up with what Matt McCloy's been saying all along. Zaslav's goal has been to sell. From the beginning, he planned to split Warner Brothers Discovery into separate entities, offload the studio side, and hold on to Discovery Global. And now that Netflix may be cooling on a bid, according to Deadline, Ellison sees an opening to move in before a studio bidding war pushes up the price. So, right, the bidding war motive for Zaslav here is get the highest price possible. So that's why he would have been interested in that. It's just, the interesting thing is the company is already splitting. So the Discovery Global part, and I keep forgetting the guy who's been will be the CEO of that entity while Zaslav remains, the CEO of Warner Brothers. Yeah. Whereas, like what McGloin was always talking about, what he had heard was that he was going to stay as, ultimately, when this is all over and the dust settles, he'll be CEO of Discovery like he was from the beginning. So whatever that ends up being, and I guess it'll still have its licensing deal with HBO Max, maybe. I don't know. But whatever, that would be the deal, and it's to make the money off the sale rather than continue running a highly profitable studio system of Warner Brothers. Which, of course, the idea is to polish it up and say, hey, look, it could be that. But that'll be up to Skydance now, provided they win this. And it's sounding like they're the ones going to win this. Ellison's strategy appears to revolve around acquiring not just Warner Brothers IP, but also top-tier talent, with DeLuca and Abdy re-upped after overseeing a $4 billion global box office run this year. Thanks to horror movies, really. They're seen as major assets. Deadline likens them to discovering a Warhol in the house you're about to buy. A bonus the Ellisons likely view as critical to the long-term studio plans. Yeah, you need talent who knows how to run it, Now, for a while there, earlier, they seemed to be on shaky ground, but they bounced back, when you take in $4 billion, So, in fact, DeLuca and Abdy are scheduled to appear at a Bloomberg conference Thursday, right after David Ellison. Expect Hollywood's version of a sidebar. All right, well, whatever. Analysts like Rich Greenfield of Lightshed Partners are now expressing doubts that Netflix wants to deal with WBD's mess. Yeah. Greenfield doesn't see Netflix spending $75 to $100 billion to buy a company with legacy cable networks, licensing entanglements, and debt. But again, is this taking into account that it will split into two companies? What if they just buy the half they want to get the IP? Netflix is still licensing content from studios and is investing heavily in original IP. The company might wait until after the split in April. Okay, here we go. Okay, and to pursue pieces like HBO or DC, but that could cost more later if a bidding war breaks out. The Ellisons could secure everything cheaper now by buying the whole thing, including the cable networks, and sorting it out later. So, I guess. But buying both this, the movie business and the cable stuff might be getting into antitrust stuff, depending on the assets they already control, that kind of thing. But, well, here comes the political element. The Ellisons' political connections may give them an edge. Larry Ellison, recently the world's wealthiest person, is a known ally of Donald Trump. So that means any regulatory restrictions may be eased. Okay, fine, but they actually got to be like it's legit. They're not violating any antitrust stuff. Not just, hey, don't worry, I'll grease the gears for you. Yeah. Paramount has also acquired Barry Weiss's news publication, The Free Press, and named Weiss the new editor-in-chief of CBS. She's known for her criticisms of the woke left. Recently, Paramount Global agreed to pay $16 million to Trump in a settlement over an edited 60 Minutes interview. So, yeah, it's a new sheriff in town. It remains to be seen how they'll perform, of course. There's some positive signs here. And these are legitimate reasons here to why. If they can run in real quick and make an officer Zaslav can't refuse, they'll buy it all out. Now, going forward, maybe they want to offload the legacy cable stuff and all that, and that'll clear them from any potential political problems there. And what they really want is the IP to merge with with Paramount. I don't know, what are they going to do? Will Warner Brothers just become a small, and it would be this small production studio that Abdi and damn, why am I already forgetting their name? I just did it. Abdi and DeLuca. Yeah, there they are. Mike and Tam. And they run that, and that's that element of it, and it becomes a tab on Paramount Plus. So I'm guessing that's how that works out. And so there you go, sure. And that's Zaslav's looking for a buyer. He'll probably have to settle for Paramount to get it. And Netflix, not so much. But, of course, a lot of the Snyderverse people were kind of hoping Netflix would get it. However, with DeLuca and Abdi, remember, they were going to continue with the DCEU. And with the situation right now with DCU, well, we'll see. But it's looking like Warner Brothers will become a part of Skydance Paramount. Or Paramount Skydance. Whatever. It's really all Skydance now.